Hugues Oyarzabal, one of Europe's most accomplished surfers and among the first to record spectacular feats from inside the curl of a wave using digital cameras, died on Feb 21 at his home in Biarritz, France. He was 39. His parents, Charles and Locute Oyarzabal, said he had taken his own life. Friends told the New York Times that Oyarzabal had lived with bipolar disorder from childhood. His physical and psychological suffering took its toll. His parents told the Times through a translator, "He has chosen to leave us to rediscover the peace and serenity he has been unable to find over the last few years." Oyarzabal surfed some of the most challenging waves in the world, from the Basque coast of northern Spain and southwestern France to southern Africa and beyond. In his later years, he found what he called a second home in Indonesia, spending part of every year there and seeking out spots that had rarely, if ever, been surfed, notably at Desert Point on Lombok Island, east of Bali, and at Uluwatu on the Bukit Peninsula. He also made accomplished surfing documentaries including Peace and Left, a multi-part series. Its title referred to a left-hand wave, one that breaks to the left from a surfer's perspective. Oyarzabal began videotaping his surfing exploits in 21 as a teenager, using a mini DV camcorder in a waterproof box attached to his board. He captured images of himself riding through tubes or barrels, the tunnels of air created inside cresting waves, which the greatest servers can ride in for hundreds of yards. He is delivered to have been the first to film himself inside a barrel and to photograph and videotape himself looking backward through one. He later moved on to more sophisticated GoPro digital cameras as they came on the market. In December 2012, when he was 26, he was invited to Hawaii to be honored at the first ever GoPro Awards ceremony. The American surfer Kelly Slater, an 11-time world champion, presented him with an award for his photography and video work. One selfie image captured him inside the tube of a wave in Skeleton Bay, Namibia. Nowadays, extreme sports athletes, from big wave surfers to mountain climbers, commonly use GoPro or other view of point cameras, placing them all over their bodies or on their equipment. Oyarzabal is thought to be the first surfer to create a device that clamped a camera to his teeth, according the most direct point of view of a surfer. His surfing friends variously described him as idiosyncratic, unpredictable, manic, lovable, and loyal. Hugus Oyarzabal, roughly pronounced Oge Oyarzabal, was born on March 7, 1985 in Saint-Jean-de-Luz, a fishing port in the Basque region of the southwestern France. He grew up in the village of Biriato on the French side of the river Bidassoa. When he began surfing in Indonesia, he added another first name, Wayan, Balinese for firstborn son. It led to his logo WHO for Vian Hogs Oyarzabal, which he used on his website and in photographs. At elementary school in Biriato, Hogus excelled at tennis and pelota, a court sport similar to pelota, in which a leather bat or glove is used to smack a ball against a wall. But at age 11, he fell in love with surfing, starting in the Bay of Biscay on the Basque coast. During high school in Hendaye, near his home, he surfed some of the most formidable waves of Basque beaches. One beach, Bilhara, on the French Basque coast was the scene of rare but violent waves that were considered unsurfable, known to have swallowed up many a fishing boat. But Oyarzabal took on the challenge and succeeded. The surf was later calmed by a breakwater. His passion for surfing became so consuming that he left school at 16 and, financed by his understanding parents, moved to the Sunshine Coast of Australia to enroll in a sports and education program under a private coach who improved his surfing and English. For the rest of his life, Oyarzabal considered himself a so-called free surfer, unbound by the boundary to complete and instead content to be at one with the waves, performing unique feats that became famous among the global surfing community. I am always looking to try different things, he told the Britain based Surf Europe magazine in 2006. I hate the idea of having a surf routine. In Australia, he met Jana Kondo, who returned him to France, where they were married in 2006. They traveled to surfing beaches around the world. In 2011, they had a daughter, Kailani, meaning sea and sky in Hawaiian, and Oyarzabal later taught her to surf. She is now an accomplished surfer in her own right. The marriage ended in divorce in 2013. Oyarzabal's daughter and parents are his only immediate survivors. After his death, about 100 surfers gave Oyarzabal a Hawaiian-style farewell by paddling out from Hendaye, close to his home, to scatter flowers on the water. Half a world away, fellow surfers in Indonesia did the same.